Hello! Come on! Today has made me feel sick for the last 2 weeks. The thought of experiencing today and tomorrow, as it is border run day and the local airport is closed, by which I mean the Dalat airport is closed. So basically the next 48 hours are going to be spent on coaches, aeroplanes, sleeper buses. So in the next 48 hours I've got one hotel room. So it's going to be really intense, and it's all just to come back here. Like, it's one thing travelling for so long with so many layovers and so many different facets to the nightmare of the journey. But if you're going somewhere new, like, you've got that to focus on. But I'm literally just coming back here to live next to a building site in my concrete fucking box because I was so fucking stupid to sign a contract. Anyway, so the first stretch of the journey is 4 hours to Nha Trang, which is the closest airport. And then we're going to chill there tonight because we've got an early flight tomorrow morning. Let's do it. And this poor guy, I don't know if you can just see him behind me, but it just kills me, man. Like, when he sees me and his ears go down and he wags his tail. But look, they've put an extra big board up now. He's obviously jumping over that other one. So, you know, he can't even see him anymore. He's just completely blocked off. So he's just going to get no attention whatsoever for the next 2 days. And this whole situation just makes me feel sick as well. Like, knowing that even the little bit I do is kind of pointless because I'm going in a month or two. You know, it's what the future holds for that dog, man. It's not looking good. I hate it. Okay, thank you. So it was a bit stressful. I didn't tell you about the saga yesterday, trying to find this bus company and where they were based, and yeah, at one point I thought they didn't exist, and then they've turned up half an hour late this morning. They're not answering any of the phones, so I was panicking a bit. Anyway, it's here. It's all good. Come on.
Cảm ơn.
Come on. Oh my god, it's so hot. It's so hot. We've been travelling for 2 hours and we've just got out of the van. So obviously the Dalat is 1400 metres above sea level, and we've just been descending. It's the most incredible drive. Sadly, this isn't doing it anywhere near justice. That does it a bit more justice. But honestly, it has been... So, I'm really travel sick. I really suffer with travel sickness, and this is what I'm scared of. So there's 3 parts to this journey. There's this that I'm doing now, which is the easiest bit and is still not great. Then there's all the aeroplane thing, 2 aeroplanes, layovers and all that nonsense. And then there's a sleeper bus from Ho Chi Minh to Dalat, which is going to be a road like this, very windy. And unless I fall asleep straight away on the motorway, I'm gonna be travel sick. So I'm dreading it. I don't know what to do. And this, you know, it's daylight and I'm looking out the window and I am still seriously travel sick. There's been twice where I've been like, I'm gonna be sick, I need to tell him to pull over, but then, you know, the people pleaser doesn't dare do it, and then it passes a bit. Anyway, this is without a doubt the best bus I have ever been on in all of my travelling. The people on it are great. They're all silent. There's only 4 of us. No one's playing fucking shorts or any nonsense like that. We've all got our own big seats. Like, it's fantastic. Now, obviously, it's been air conditioned the whole way down. So, you know, I was reminding, because I've been in Dalat for so long, you just get to a point where you're like, oh, this is the temperature of Southeast Asia. But obviously, intellectually, I know it's not. And yeah, but it's still, even though I knew that it was going to be very hot when I got out, it's just a shock, like how different it is. And this is why it's so important to just stay high altitude in Southeast Asia for a European, in my opinion. But yeah, it's actually been a really, really good drive so far. But yeah, I just don't understand that the guy next to me. So I'm staring out of the window and I still get really travel sick. The guy next to me is just staring down at his phone. Like, if I did that, I'd be throwing up everywhere. Anyway, let's go for a piss.
Hello, pup.
puppy. Hello, puppy. Oh, hello. Oh, aren't you gorgeous? Oh, yes. Ah, there's another one. Ah, you're both so cute. The scenery is just incredible. Like the whole drive has been like this, but even better. So people rave about the road between Chiang Mai and Pai, which is spectacular. I lived in Pai, so I did it a lot. And there's all these turns. I forget the number. It's something like 967 turns. And it is spectacular. It is great, and it's also like really hyped for being very dangerous. And yeah, it is quite dangerous. A lot of the drivers choose something. I can't remember what it's called. I think it's called Gabo, and I can't remember what it is. I think it might be meth. And yeah, there's a lot of accidents on that road. But this road is way more spectacular. They just another fucking level. And it has to be as dangerous. I mean, maybe they're not all chewing Gabo, but whatever it's called, I forget what it's called, Yabo maybe. But yeah, like Vietnam is so much more stunning and beautiful than Thailand. Like you can't even compare. And I haven't even done the most beautiful part of Vietnam yet. I haven't even done the north, like Sapa and the Hey Jung, Hey Yung, Hey Lung, Hey something Loop. Like, it is like everyone says that is the most beautiful part of Vietnam. So I haven't even done that, and it's like, so the most beautiful part of Thailand, obviously some people would say the beaches down south, but you know, for me it's the north, it's Pai, which is amazing and stunning, but Vietnam shit's all over it in terms of just, you know, scenery. So there's been 3 points on this drive where to the right there's been just huge mountain. I mean, these roads, like, how they even build these roads. Like, honestly, this whole journey, which has been 2 hours long so far, you know, we've been through 3 little towns, but there's nothing here. It's just a mountain, and like you can see for miles, like there's nothing. So like building a road through this terrain, I just think is remarkable. But yeah, there's been 3 times where you got this massive mountain to the right, the road, and then the rest of the mountain after the road going downwards. And to your right, you can just see kilometres of landslide and rocks where there's clearly been landslides in the past. And then to your left on the other side of the road, you can see the landslide continuing. And then you've got the road breaking it up in the middle. On one of the occasions, the road was battered, so it obviously happened quite recently. And you've got all these massive rocks, like on the so say the big mountain is on your right. On the left, where it's going down, you've got all these big piles of huge rocks that have all fallen down. And you're going through these sections, just like we could get swept away in any second. So yeah, there's definitely a danger to this sort of thing, but I would argue that it's far less dangerous than living in the UK with that migrant army they're building and the tyrannical nature of the government and the pushing of digital IDs and CBDCs and smart cities and 15-minute cities. You know, I'm not sure there's any escaping it, but there's no doubt that the globalists are pushing much harder in the West, and it's gonna, you know, we're gonna have the social credit score system there before anywhere else other than China, obviously. But it's coming here as well. You know, I'm not naive. But yeah, for me, a landslide is far less dangerous than the UK police, for example, right now, who, you know, will handcuff an 18-year-old white boy after he's been stabbed. Just because the brown guy that stabbed him said he was racist. So they let him die in a pair of handcuffs. A lot more dangerous to live in the UK, for sure. Obviously this only applies to white people. I assume everyone other than Lee in Thailand who's watching my content is white, because, well, other than Lee, if you're not, then honestly you're not really very welcome. Only joking, YouTube, only joking. Everyone's welcome because we're all the same. There's no differences between us. Yeah, so I assume if you're watching, you're white, and therefore what I just said applies to you. Obviously, if you're not white, then it's fine. You're the chosen ones in England. You're the top tier. You're the new English, and you're better than the actual English, apparently. And you can even go around carrying knives and shanks. As long as they said a mean word to you first, or as long as you say they said a mean word to you first, because we've got to the point in the West where it's worse to call someone an N than it is to stab someone. I am fascinated to know what they talk about. I mean, I'm not really, because obviously, like all humans, it won't really be anything of any interest. But they never stop talking. Like, you'll never see Vietnamese people together just sitting, or even just staring on the phone. Like, you do see, obviously, the younger ones staring on the phone, but they're still going to be talking. Like, they've always got something to say. It's just constant chatter. It's just so different to Western culture. Like, other than the invaders and maybe, you know, a group of 15-year-old girls on the train, it's just so different. You know, like, we're often in silence or not communicating or hiding from each other, staring at our phones, social anxiety and all that stuff, which I suppose is, you know, the ramifications of destroying a society and taking away the homogenous community, relatable, safe elements. Yeah, of course, everyone's just gonna fucking. But yeah, you just don't see this in the UK. You don't see people communicating, and if they do, it's short, sharp, to the point. Other than, like I say, you're brain dead fucking, well, females, I suppose, really, who just want to have a noise and fill the space, so they never have to do any self-introspection or, you know, actually assess the reality of the potential dangers of this earth. And they just all can virtue signal and say things like, everyone's welcome, because it sounds so fucking nice. But they haven't, like, thought about the size of Africa and the size of England, and, like, everyone from here is welcome here. Like, what? Fucking stupid bitches. So this is the coach company, who I would highly recommend, even though their communication was absolutely shocking. Well, it was non-existent this morning. The communication did not occur. They told me they would text me when it was on the way. It turned up half an hour late and I got no text. And I rang them 3 times because I'm a paranoid control freak, and they didn't answer. And I tried the office and the mobile. So that wasn't very impressive. But the actual bus experience, very impressive. Highly recommend. And they do Ho Chi Minh to Dalat, which is obviously a much more trodden route. Yeah, so I'm actually thinking, you know what? I arrive in Ho Chi Minh at like 11 o'clock at night, and my plan was to get straight onto a night bus, because apparently they're quite frequent. But I'm actually starting to think, no, maybe I just sit in the airport all night and get a bus like this in the morning where I can actually look out the window. Because there's just no way. When I was sent to prison in Thailand, so they took me from Pai to Mae Hon Song on a road like this, in the back of a police van where you can't see out the front, and they deliberately went round every corner as fast as they could and took me around the van. I mean, I was throwing up beyond, to the point where there was nothing left, like I was throwing up nothing. Naively, I thought, it's just so funny, man. I thought, like, when I first started throwing up, I was like, oh, they'll stop. They'll be like, oh, he's throwing up, we'll stop. And then I realised, like, oh no, they're not going to stop. And then I realised, like, oh no, they're deliberately driving to get me to just be in purgatory. And then when I arrived, the head of immigration, who hated me, he actually ended up quite liking me by the end, but at the start he hated me. And you know, he was laughing, and I can, you know, he basically said to Mo, "You've done a good job there, boys," as I fucking fell out of the van. But yeah, basically, if I can't, I mean, that was extreme, obviously, but if always, ever since I've been a kid, I've really struggled with motion sickness. If I can't see out the windscreen, I'm gonna be fucked. So it's like, how much do you just want to get back home to the concrete bunker that I fucking hate? Yeah, obviously no one wants to sit in an airport all night, but like being travel sick is just fucking awful. But then there's a chance, you know, after, because at that point it'll be 24 hours traveling basically with no sleep. You know, there's a very good chance that I would just fall asleep and not even notice it, and then just wake up back in Dalat and it would all be over, except for the construction and the concrete bunker. And anyway, 6 more weeks and that contract's done and I'm free. It is all ridiculous though, because the whole reason I'm going back to Dalat, or even coming back to Vietnam straight away, is because of this contract. So basically 250 quid is what we're talking about for deposit, whereas this trip must have cost at least 250 quid. It's so crazy, man. Like the amount, like, I'm so reluctant to just write off a deposit again, that, you know, I'm basically going through 48 hours of travel, spending the same amount of money on travel, whereas if I just wrote that off, I could have done 6 hours travel today and be in a completely different country and different place. And yeah, it's mental. It's mental, really, that I'm letting that fucking contract dictate my life so much. But that is the situation. And the 3-month visa I applied for, well, it hasn't been rejected, but it hasn't been accepted because you do need to leave Vietnam to do it. So my 2 options would be stay out of Vietnam for 5 days and apply for a 3-month visa and then come back in for 3 months, or just come back in straight away on 45 days. So I've decided to do that, but it's, you know, to go through all this just for a 45-day visa. But then the blessing in disguise is that it keeps me under the 6 months, where officially if you go over 6 months out of 12 months in, well, any country I think, but certainly in Vietnam, then you become a tax resident. Now that isn't an issue because I don't earn any money, but just the idea of like even having to tell them that, even having to, you know, potentially get an accountant or just have to deal with any sort of taxation system, particularly in another country, but anyway, I mean, it's fucking vile in England. Yeah, I really don't fancy that, so I think staying under 6 months is actually very wise. Honestly, one of the biggest joys about being an expat, living out here, you know, I mean, I think obviously the weather is the main one, the cost of living, I think they're the main two, but honestly, right up there, probably coming in at 3rd, is the fact that I never receive a letter. Never receive a letter. I never get any devilish corporations sending demands to me in the form of paper. I never get any phone calls. I mean, I don't even have, my phone is constantly in flight mode. The only people that can contact me are people I've given my WhatsApp to, so that's like 5 people. It's just great, like just thinking back to the UK and all those fucking threats coming through your door all the time, like what the fuck is that? The only thing I ever get is Octopus Energy send me an email once a month. Do you think you could pay that 6 grand yet, but you've owed us for 18 years? It's not 18 years, but it's got to be more than 5. Hilarious. It's like, I mean, is this actually a comedy sketch? Like, are you actually genuinely emailing me, thinking that I might respond after 7 years? Hilarious. Is this possible?
Công ty trách nhiệm hữu hạn tư vấn dịch vụ khảo sát. Đây.
Yes.
No.
No, okay, no problem. I just asked. Okay, thank you. I was wondering if I could be dropped at the hotel instead of the airport, but I don't know where it is in relation to the airport, so it seems to be a no. I don't know why suddenly decided it's okay to make noise out of his phone. And we managed 3 hours of the journey before the retardation started. so that guy just got out early. So I'm not sure if the issue is the location of my hotel. I should have organised it better and used Translate. But I think the airport is past my hotel, so I don't see why he's not going to let me out. I'm just gonna go when we're getting close to my hotel. So I'd planned a restaurant to get out at. So basically I've worked out that the next turn is my hotel. I've worked out that the airport is beyond that, so he's going to go straight on. So I'd asked him to stop at a restaurant, but the restaurant was like a hut. So I was like expecting something bigger. So basically I need him to stop now, but we're just on a motorway. So I don't know what to fucking do. If not, I'm just going to end up going all the way to the airport for no reason. Ugh. Can I get out anywhere? Yeah, good. Anywhere? Here? No, I don't think it's going to happen. Here, can I stop here? Here, stop. Yeah. Oh, great, we stopped. It's so hot. I'm hoping I can catch a grab from here. Thank you. Come on. Yeah, good. Alright, come on. Thank you. Bye-bye. Oh, it's a relief to be off that bus. So, I missed the best bit. So, oh my god, have I got my phone? Oh my god, that was a panic. So, just after I took the clip of a guy playing shorts out of his phone, so, you know, it lasted 3 hours. I was so impressed. You know, the minute I sat in there and there were two Vietnamese guys, I was just like, this is going to be noisy. Silent the whole way. And then he plays the short out of his phone. And then he played, and that's when I did the clip. And then he played the second one. And I just, you know, when you just snap. And the minute I did it, I was like, why didn't I record that? But I was reacting to an invitation. So when he went on to the second short, I just went like that, and he looked at me, gone out, and I went like this, and he went, and I switched it off. And I was like, oh, why didn't I film it? But you know, it takes so much for me to get to a point where I actually say something, because I'm such a repressed, people-pleasing, you know, like we all are in the West, just completely repressed, people-pleasing retard. It takes a lot. So then when I finally snap, I haven't planned it and got the camera out. But anyway, that was what happened. So now I'm going to try and get a Grab to come and pick me up here. This could end up being a big mistake, man. Like, what if Grabs don't come and pick you up on the side of a motorway? And it is so hot. But there is a scooter rental just there. So. And I could, man. Oh, right, the other thing I need to talk about is this fucking bag. So I was going to say I could just walk there, but I've got the big bag with me. And those of you who, you know, have done this sort of thing before will be like, why are you taking a big bag on a border run? Because you're obviously just coming back in a day. And it's just that little fear that I don't get let back in, which is pretty irrational. There's no reason, oh, that's a nice back there. There's no reason to think I won't get let back in, other than it's just the territory of being a YouTuber, particularly an honest one, who just speaks his mind. You know, you just never quite know, like, whether you've upset someone or an authority and you're on some sort of list. Particularly with, like, the world we live in and how haters are and how they just want to fucking ruin your life. So you just never quite know. So I've got this big fucking bag with me in case they don't let me back in. So, you know, I'm probably only a 15-minute walk away, but in this heat with a big bag, oof. But, you know, I could probably just ask a kid like this, like, you know, there's £2, can you take me here? But anyway, let's try and get a Grab. Hey Sniffy, what do you want? Hello, darling. The Grab is booked, so it's actually an 8 minutes. Oh, well, actually, on the road, drivers may take time to accept, so it hasn't actually been booked yet. They're considering whether they want to come and pick up the retard from the side of the motorway with really bad BO. But yeah, it's an 8-minute drive, so yeah, I couldn't be walking it, not in this heat, not with that bag. So yeah, just waiting for it to get accepted. So the bikers are all rejecting me. Right, I've just been accepted by a car, so it would have cost £1 on a bike. On a car it's going to cost £2.20. And it reckons you'll be here in 2 minutes. Oh man, I can't wait to I am definitely having a siesta. Just pray that I'm not next to a building site. I mean, it would be mad if I get more peace today than like the place I've rented long term, but I think I probably will, even though it's a hotel, because where I live is hell. I think that's him. There's a car going slowly. Yeah, that's me. Fantastic. Here is the grab man. Hello. Oh, sorry. I imagine you heard that. He was not happy about me putting my bag up the back seat. I got a no words needed. Grab does it all. Good. Look at this. Wow. Ah, good. Come on. I think I'm staying in this place. Maybe. Oh, we got a little puppy! Hello, I have reservation. Yes, booking.com, Tom Greater X. Is this you? Is that you?
Yeah.
Yeah, she seems to be texting someone. I'm not sure what we're waiting for. You want passport? What's going on? I just want to get in my room, man. So as the observant amongst you have noted before, when I get charged for a room up front, it usually ends up being a shitter. And that's just happened. But I'm feeling pretty good, like, as long as it's quiet, and so far it is. I don't care. Okay, come on. And air conditioning is an absolute must. I'm assuming it's got, oh yeah, there's an air conditioning unit. Here's mine. Okay, come on. Okay, great. Perfect. Oh yeah, so this costs £6, guys. £6. So, keen viewers will remember in Ha Tien, before we went to Phu Quoc Island, we went in the worst hotel we've ever been in, full of mosquitoes. And that one was £8. So this is cheaper. It's great. We'll even get some retard gump on the wall. So I didn't manage to have a sleep, but I have done some good uploading. And so I've been in the room for probably a little less than 2 hours. I've not heard anything. All this time I've been searching for silence. And then I book a £6 room and I get it. I mean, obviously I'm delighted, but it makes me even more angry about this apartment that I so stupidly, like, why didn't I just move out of the first apartment, because I did have to leave the first apartment that day, I couldn't take it anymore, into a hotel and then take my time. Why did I ever think an apartment could be the answer? Unbelievable. Anyway, I'm gonna go and get some scram and then, oh yeah, what I do every night, which is watch YouTube and have a smoke. But oh, maybe I could go for a massage. Oh, I've got no bike. You know, this is the thing, like, there's no, usually I will either do pickleball, gym, sauna or massage and push all that back. Now I've only got tiny bits, like 3 smokes worth. So got to try and keep busy till about 7 o'clock. I mean, it must be about 5 o'clock now actually. Yeah, I think it'll be fine once by the time I've eaten. Now I think the water, maybe it's not worth it. I was going to go and walk towards the water, but didn't look too far on the map. But actually, I think it's quite far. But then, why is there a speaker? Why is, oh yeah, it's Vietnam. That's why there's a speaker. Just so unnecessary. All this fucking noise. Yeah, fuck it. Let's walk. What else are we gonna do? Oh right, have I told you about Nha Trang? Oh shit, I can't remember if I've told you. Oh, I might be repeating myself, but I'll do it fast. So Nha Trang is a very well-known island, Nhatrang. I don't know anything about it. I'd like to think it's a more natural version of Phu Quoc. you know, without the Venices and the Phukets. But so I'm not on the island. I don't know anything about it. I'm not going to see it. But I'm on the main land of Nha Trang, and it's great. Like we were driving down the street, and I knew exactly what every single business did. I mean, they were all high end, and it was all very concrete and built up. But, you know, you could actually tell what the businesses served. You know, it was very much westernized, and the beach looks gorgeous. Yeah, I really like this place. It's too hot for me though. Now that I've discovered high altitude living in Southeast Asia, apart from maybe the 2 coolest months of the year, I just don't think I can ever live anywhere other than high altitude. Honestly, the biggest challenge and blessing to expat life is time. Obviously, if you've created an existence where it's possible to be an expat, you're going to have created some, well, you know, you could be teaching English maybe, but in general, most people are going to have created some sort of self-sufficiency, some sort of business. So obviously that blesses you with free time, but then it also curses you with free time. You know, there's a reason why expats drink so much, or, you know, like a bit of a smoke, because there's just so much time to fill. And, you know, and really there's only, this is why it's so hedonistic, you know, and there's so much shagging and all the go-go bars and stuff in certain places like Phuket, because there really is nothing else to do long term. Like, yeah, of course, if you come out for 2 weeks, it's fucking mesmerizing and there's so much to do. But if you're living out here, and of course you're not part of the culture, right, the water isn't this way, is it? I'm going the wrong way. And if it is, it's just not worth it. I'm not walking all the way down that fucking motorway. Let's just get some scram and then, oh god, how am I? The camera just cut out then of its own accord. How am I? It was obviously a sign. You're boring your audience, Tom. Shut the fuck up. But yeah, I was just asking myself, like, how am I actually going to kill the next 5 hours? Yeah, I guess I'll just stare at my screen like I always fucking do. At least it's going to be quiet. Oh my god. Oh my god. Like this guy above me. Honestly, I'm starting to wonder if it's something a bit supernatural, like gang stalkery, because the guy stays up later than me every night, and because of him I stay up till about 2 every night. So last night I wanted to get an early night, no chance, he's banging around. And honestly, when I went to bed at 2 AM, when I say banging around, I mean like, boom! Like there were 3, like he dropped a fucking rock right above my bed. It was just unbelievable. But you would think the saving grace to that would be that obviously if he stays up banging around till 3, 4 in the morning, but he would sleep in. No. I woke up at 6:30 this morning and I could hear him. He's constantly, this is the main thing he does. You know when people move chairs and they don't even consider the fact that there's someone underneath it, and they don't lift as they move, they just drag. He's just constantly moving his chairs, like constantly moving his chairs. And here's the other really weird thing. I've never seen him. I don't know who he is. And Anne, who I've got friendly with, who lives next door to him on the same floor, she was telling me that no one lives next door to her. And I was like, Anne, there is no way there's not somebody in that flat next to you, because they are above me and I can hear them. So she has lived next to this guy for fucking God knows how long, like at least weeks, and not even noticed him. So she must get shit-faced every night or something, because there's just no way, like there's no way you're not noticing this guy. Even if you are unconscious, which yeah, okay, like everyone else, Anne is. What I mean by that is she's not like, migrants welcome here, give me a job. Like she's nowhere near that. But you know, she goes very quiet if you mention reptilians or what was the other thing I mentioned but it was too much for her? It was nowhere near reptilians. I can't remember. Basically, she's totally on board when you talk about, she's Australian, so she's totally on board when you talk about immigration, the countries being unsafe. I mean, she'll say all that. Oh yeah, but basically what she can't do is tie it together. I mean, I did say, you know, I said it's for Jays and she nodded, but I don't think she's really there. Yeah, I don't think she's tied it all together and seen that it's this great global conspiracy and what their agenda is. But she can certainly see all the isolated like nightmares. But yeah, like still so unconscious that you're so numbed out that you don't even hear someone clattering around next door to you. And then the other thing is, when I go out onto my balcony, I hear him coughing. Now, coughing in Asia and hacking and that's all like totally normal. We're all the same though, don't forget, we're all the same. And yeah, so it's not unusual. But it, like, just going back to this gang stalker weird thing, it's like he was just coughing. Yeah, it's probably just my ego. It felt like he was coughing just for me, basically. Like, it wasn't like, like, it was just like this periodic. It was basically every time I went onto the balcony, he'd just cough really loud. And he doesn't even have a balcony, so he must have had his window open. But it's just mental, it's just mental. Anyway, I've only got another 6 weeks of it. I can't fucking wait to get out of there. It's a fucking nightmare. Which is really highlighted by the fact that I've just booked a £6 hotel room. And it is, you can't even compare. Like when I say quieter, I was going to say significantly quieter. No, you can't even compare. It's totally different. Totally different. Yo, dude! Watching a YouTuber that I kind of like him. I mean, I respect him. I appreciate his intelligence and his depth and his articulation. But he's a bit woke. But you know, everyone is apart from me, aren't they? So, oh right, yeah. So he's Canadian. You'll know him. He's not called Life Outrage, but he's one of them. And he looks Asian, but he's from Canada. He's got a bit of paper that says he's Canadian. Anyway, he was saying that his favourite meal is definitely nothing to do with Vietnam. Like, well, to me, they all just look Chinese, but he doesn't. I don't think he's Vietnamese. He might be. He might be. I mean, he's part Asian. But he was saying that his favourite meal in the world is pho. And I was like, damn! I've lived in Vietnam for 4.5 months now. And I don't know if I've even had any pho. No, I think I have. But I've really neglected the whole Vietnamese food thing. So yeah, just him saying like how he can eat food 3 times a week. And this is a very westernized man. Like I imagine he eats pizzas and burgers. Has made me think, damn, I need to eat some pho. But the problem is, you're never gonna get beef pho. You know, it's gonna be meats that you don't even know what they are. But it's gonna be pork and seafood, 2 things that I really don't want to eat anymore. Since this, them releasing those ticks in America, which are obviously genetically modified, and if they bite you, you can no longer eat red meat. I mean, for a few years I've been trying to eat more red meat just because they tell you it's bad for you, so you know it's really good for you. But since they've released those ticks, it's like, wow, they really don't want us eating red meat. Like this is more than just like it's healthy. This is like, this fucks with their plans. Like smoking ganja. If you read the MK Ultra reports, which is where the CIA admitted, not conspiracy, admitted that they mind controlled people and got them to do crimes and all sorts of horrendous things. Well, it didn't work on people that smoke or have a relationship with ganja. So, you know, I don't think I can say it, but you know, you don't necessarily need to smoke it, but it will stop you being retarded. The minute you develop a relationship with ganja, you'll be like, I don't think I want to drink fluoride tap water. I'm not sure I want to use fluoride toothpaste. Maybe I don't want to spray these carcinogenic chemicals on my armpit. But no, everyone will just keep drinking the man-made poison juice instead that the Jays love you to drink. Have a fucking smoke. Right, I found a massage place. I might find out how much a massage is and book one for tonight. That would be a really good way to spend the evening. Hello, how much is full body massage?
Massage body?
Yes?
Yeah.
1 hour?
Yeah.
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 No, not now. Not now. It'll be tonight.
One,
Like-
two people.
1
One.
at like 8 p.m.
One.
1. 8 o'clock.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
How much is 1.5 hour full body? I want a strong massage. Okay, good. Will it be quiet? Is there a private room we can use, or do we have to do it here where there's going to be other people? And if so, will they be quiet? Massages are provided in private rooms. The absolute silence is required. Perfect. Good, very good. Okay, you. No. Me. Is this time now? I thought it was later than that. Is that the right time now? So it's 4:20 now? Ah, 4, not 6. Fuck.
Bây giờ là đúng trưa, có tức là 6:20. Okay.
Is that?
Yeah, okay.
No, that's not what I asked. Ah, no. Okay,
Yeah,
let's do
okay,
that then.
yeah.
6:30. See you here,
see you
6:30.
again. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Come on. I mean, that looks absolutely fantastic, innit? But even when you point at these things, you still don't know what you're going to end up with. But I'm going to give that a go. Oh, where is it? Oh, it's there. So I guess they're just customers, which means where's the staff? Ah, hello. Any English? No? I show you? I think he's following me. Yes, he's following me. This? No? Oh no. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, I don't even know what that is. I mean, best bet is fish, but it could be anything, man. That's what he's got. I'm not taking a chance on that one. I really don't want to eat fish anymore. There's so much shit in the seas, man. I mean, India is just, they use their rivers as garbage systems. But you know, all of these, yeah. Just the whole world is polluting the fucking sea. So I don't want to be eating fish anymore. Shellfish. Oh my god, shellfish is like eating bugs. Like, you look at a fucking bug and then look at a shrimp, it's just the bugs of the sea, and they literally just eat the crap. So, oh god, that's knocked my confidence a little bit. I can't do it without pictures. Ah, right. Maybe one of these will work. Oh yeah, let's try that top one. And then even pigs and chickens, they just eat all the shit. By the way, if you're worried about these ticks, get some chickens. In fact, guinea fowl. Apparently guinea fowl just destroy them, but chickens as well. Okay, cool. There's a big picture I can point at there. That should work. So yeah, basically, I just don't want to eat anything except beef. But, you know, beef is really not widely... no, that's fish. Yeah, beef is really not widely eaten in Asia. Right, is that chicken? Like, what is that? I could really do with learning what chicken is gonna... Right, I think I'll just take a chance on that. I mean, it's a quid, so if it's no good, we'll just fuck it up. So I don't know if I order here, if I sit down. I mean, I just have no idea what's happening or what to do. I'll just stand here for a bit and see if I get any attention. I mean, she's wearing a mask, so whether she even notices anything is questionable. But there's no one serving, so you must have to order here, presumably, maybe, perhaps. Hello, can I get Ban Kanu Chaku? Okay, thank you. It was an interesting system, wasn't it? I'm not sure what me shouting it to her so she can shout it to her does. But presumably she's on a lunch break now, so normally she'd be like walking around waitressing, so that's why I probably got pointed to her, but it did seem a little bit pointless. But then what do I know? I'm just a fucking white gringo in a foreign land. Maybe it was some super important structure that I just am missing because I'm culturally inept and very racist. Only joking. Because racism doesn't exist. It certainly doesn't exist for anyone else unless you're white. But basically, what we call racism is just pattern recognizing. It's just recognizing certain patterns and content of character of certain individuals, and on a broader picture their culture, as the pattern suggests that, and then based on that deciding what's safe and not safe and what's desirable and not desirable. But of course, if you even think like that in the West, you're racist. Otherwise the Jays won't be able to completely infiltrate your country and ruin your DNA and make you all brown and stupid, and therefore easily enslaved. Let's preempt the retards, the you shouldas who have never left Europe or have maybe been to Phuket for 2 weeks and think they can tell me how to live. In this situation, I would have used my translator. I would have used it to see like what these different meats are. But it's in the hotel because I'm uploading a video. You see, this is another thing you don't know because you're retarded. You don't know what it's like to be a YouTuber or a creator or to create anything for yourself. So you can't imagine beyond the parameters of the office. So often I don't have my phone with me because actually uploading videos in a foreign country or a third world country is very time consuming, and therefore you have to sacrifice your phone, which I know you couldn't do because all you can do is this all the time, wherever you go, or listen to your boss, or listen to the BBC, or listen to the government. Come on. Bloody hell, what the fuck is this? Is this foo? Let me know if this is foo or not. I don't even know what foo is, to be honest. I think this stuff is foo, like what we would call noodles. But I really don't know, and I don't know why it's so hot. I don't know what's going on, but there it is. You see what I mean by like, you'll just never know what meat is. I mean, what on earth is that? I'm gonna go with most likely to be pork. But I mean, I've just no idea. It's fishing. It's fishing. How is it fishing? At the last meat I would have guessed that is fish. I'm wondering if it's just like a module or the meat. I have no idea, but it tastes fishy. Yeah, definitely not blown away. It's good. The noodles, what I think is the foo, are phenomenal. Like, they're really big and juicy. If that came with beef, I could eat it every day. It is really good. The issue is the mystery meat. But yeah, if I could find a beef version of that, but I just don't think they'll do it. I really, like, maybe if you go to a westernised restaurant, but then you're no longer paying £1, you're paying £4 or £5. Oh my goodness. But yeah, a beef version of that would be great. Hello, can I get one? It was only 3, 4, maybe 5, probably not long. 3 months ago, but I was drinking like 5 or 6 coffees a day. I was smoking cigarettes in the morning, or bifters, depending on where I was and what the situation was. Now, I mean, I don't smoke anything until the evening now, and I don't have any desire to either. I try and sometimes have 3 coffees in the morning, just as I love drinking coffee. And I can't drink that last one anymore. Like, at most I'll be able to have 2.5. But I think the last 4 days I've just had 2 coffees. Now they are strong coffees. I don't fuck about, obviously. But you know, I used to drink them at 4, 5, 6 in the afternoon. I used to have a 7 PM rule. Can't do it. Just can't do it anymore. So in the afternoon I like to get a nice sugarcane juice. It's amazing. It's so good. And yeah. Have my first smoke of the day with a sugarcane juice. there is an absolute abundance of cute puppies around here. Get all the puppies! Oh, I think let's get the crowd in the background. So some crap camera work occurred then, I think, without watching it back. But it was a really nice family on a bike who gave me the biggest smile. I'm not sure if you guys saw it, but it was just, yeah, that very friendly Southeast Asian connection you get without speaking the language to each other. Like, yeah, I love that. Oh, come on. Oh, that was wonderful. I don't know why I stopped having massages. It used to be such a massive part of my life. I think it was just because I just got fed up with noise. I just got fed up with paying for relaxing service and then them not controlling the environment. It was pretty good there. There was a child in the back. Gimbal the shoes 1 minute. There we go, nice and centered. Yeah, it was the most I've ever enjoyed a massage, and what I kind of realised was, yeah, I've always been. This is more of a broken mirror. Yeah, maybe I should make a broken mirror. I'll very quickly do it. I've always been in a rush. I've always been wanting to get on to the next thing. But something shifted recently where there is no next thing. And actually, my life has become very much about, like, how can I pass the time? There's so much time. And there's so nothing. Everything's nothing. So yeah, it was just the most I've ever enjoyed a massage. Also, it wasn't a massage that needed surrendering to. Like, it was a very relaxing massage. It wasn't like the ones he was getting off Shanti in Bali, where it was like, you know, really having to surrender to a new level of discomfort every time. But yeah, that was fantastic. Definitely going to get massage back in my life. I think it's just time to stop smoking and just start doing that every night. So. Even though what I said earlier about it's really interesting. I mean, obviously plebs who are completely conditioned and believe all sorts of ridiculous things, like there's no difference between races, for example, or this was a good idea. Even at the time, like, there was still people claiming now, still people getting them now. But for me, it was retarded enough to even, you know, consider it at the time. What was I talking about? Yeah, so obviously those sort of plebs who will just find anything to not breathe inwards, to not have a conscious breath, to not look inwards, to not self-observe, to just tell themselves that they are right, and all they've ever done is follow the mainstream. But it just has to be right, it has to be right, because, oh my god, everything's going to crumble if not. And they're just so in their fucking ego that they're just obsessed with being right. So they'll obviously use that as, well, cannabis causes psychosis, of course you believe boys. But no, it's literally, like, they can't brainwash you. Like, there's no one. There will be a few people that smoke ganja who did that. But, you know, per capita it will be such a smaller percentage. Like, I guarantee it. Like, it'll be less than 10%. But anyway, I think it's safe to say I'm awake, so I think it's time to replace it with massage. And in Dalat I have found a really good, well, she looks really good, like physiotherapist, acupuncturist, masseuse, who I think has her own space. I assume she has her own space because it just seems too professional to not be. So yeah, let's utilise that when we get back. Okay, screen staring time. I hate it. There's nothing other than Raymond. I like that guy called Raymond. There's very little that I actually enjoy. But I've actually brought a beer with me. Now, long-term viewers will remember when I was in that horrible wooden house, there was a night where I bought 2 beers. And I only drank one. That was 3 months ago now. And so I've had this other beer this whole time. So I thought I'd bring it with me tonight to try and help me sleep. Because I find it really hard to sleep when I know I've got an alarm the next day. Yeah, it's just always the case. Luckily, I very rarely have to wake up to an alarm. It's literally just when I travel. Alright, thanks for watching. I might cheers you with my beer later. Thanks for watching to the end. Please click some buttons, drop a comment. Cheers.